to this Australian Open Life. We tell stories, and our story is Grand Slam tennis. It is achievable to produce a live broadcast live from Melbourne during the Australian Open. Now, how is this possible? How can you do this without broadcast rights? Well, simply you film off-site. How is it possible to film off-site? Like, how big a production crew do you need? This can be done with 2 or 3 people and can be managed in a studio remotely. So our concept will provide and produce content live and stream it live from Melbourne, Australia during the Australian Open every single day with 1 technical crew person, a runner or assistant, and 1 to 2 broadcast presenters in this location or somewhere near to it. But we want to grow the audience, we want to grow the concept, and the concept that we've come up with is a live broadcast concept. And the beauty of our concept is that it's built around covering the Australian Open, but not purchasing broadcast rights. That's right, we do not want to spend any money on broadcast rights. Our segments here on the Yarra River are basically a proof of concept for our live broadcast, live streaming broadcast concept that we've had in our pocket for a couple of years now, and hoping to demonstrate to potential sponsors, potential advertisers, potential financial backers, and especially fast channels and over-the-top streaming distributors worldwide who are hungry for unique, differentiated, diverse content in the sports media space, the sports content space, perhaps the sports documentary space, and definitely in the broadcast space, the content space. We know, Wise Words Media knows, that there is a desperate hunger, desperate not too strong a word, but desperate hunger for new content to feed those channels, and we think Wise Words Media is very strong in the belief that we've come up with a live broadcast content around the Australian Open, the first Grand Slam of every year. We've been covering the Australian Open for 3 years now, and we got some runs on the board. Wise Words Media has broadcast production partners in Melbourne that can provide support and technical services to a crew of no bigger than 2 or 3 people on the ground. That's right, 5 or less. So our concept will provide and produce content live and stream it live from Melbourne, Australia during the Australian Open. The Australian Open has announced in the last couple of weeks, and they're being built right now outside this court, party courts. So I'm so sorry, and I apologise to all of you around the world that are going to be watching the Australian Open. Competitive professional matches at our landmark tournament, the best tennis tournament, Grand Slam in the world, is now going to have drunken yobbos catch a taxi ferry or a ferry taxi. It's about a 5-minute trip on the water. There's a pontoon, you'll see it passing in front of the camera now. So that's putting you on the spot while we're here, and we're just going to take a short break. Don't go away, we'll be right back. G'day and welcome back to this Australian Open Life. We tell stories and our story is Grand Slam tennis. We're coming to you live from the home of the Australian Open and across the Yarra River from Rod Laver Arena. We're on the southern side of the Yarra River and the Swan Street Bridge, and the reason that we're here, and we're going to be wrapping up this elongated, extended episode of this Australian Open Life. You might be watching us on our YouTube platform. You might be listening to us on the Acast platform as part of our podcast, the fast channel space, in the over-the-top streaming space, and just generally we would love to get feedback in general from sports fans, tennis fans. If you're a fan of anything sports related, what do you think? Was this something you would watch? Of course it is, because TV formats are changing, sports broadcast formats are changing, the way sport is being presented and packaged is changing, and we only have to look in our own backyard. The Davis Cup has changed forever in the last couple of years. G'day, welcome back to this Australian Open Life. We tell stories and our story is Grand Slam tennis, coming to you live from the home of the Australian Open in Melbourne, Australia. It's Sean McIntyre speaking, producer of Wise Words Media. And just to finish up this final little 6 to 7 minute journey that I'm taking with you this morning, just to give you a heads up that we're covering a lot of our content strategy that we've got in our head, and the growth and the way I see Wise Words Media sees this product being presented to the audience, the global audience that we're seeking, and also how we want to export this across the world to cover every single Grand Slam plus Indian Wells. But the main purpose of today was just to let you know, don't be scared off by the lack of polish, the lack of editing, the lack of usual blending of on-site footage. As those of you who have been with us for 2 or 3 years since we launched, you'll know that it's just not my go to sit in front of a camera and be a talking head in a room by myself. I like to bring a very dynamic aspect to the footage that you see. Even though we're a small business, we are a sole trader ABN, but we've been Wise Words Media to fit in. We've been networking this last 2 to 3 years with industry professionals in the over-the-top streaming space, the fast channel space, and there is an opportunity for us to try and get media accreditation this year for the first time ever, that we can film with freedom on site without being spoken to very not harshly, but very some of the conversations I've had with security people last year was new, and it's driven me to try and be a bit more proactive in getting media accreditation anyway, so that's the go. Look forward to your thoughts and feedback. If you have any ideas, any input about what you'd like to see or how you'd like to see us presenting this content, let me know. And you can also email me direct, consulting@wisewords.com.au. That's about it for now. It's Sean McIntyre, producer at Wise Words Media. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll chat to you soon. Bye for now.
Please,